Absolutely. Here's a dramatic YouTube article perfect for your channel, titled, Volvo Titan Trucks 1951 Evolution, the Giants That Carried a Nation. Before the age of digital dashboards. Before self-driving tech and emission sensors. There were titans, steel giants, forged in the crucible of industry. Born not for speed, but for strength, not for glory, but for duty, and at the heart of this legacy stood one name, Volvo Titan. This is the story of a truck that wasn't just built, it was unleashed. From 1951, through decades of change, innovation, and grit, the Volvo Titan didn't just evolve. It helped build the world around it. The birth of a legend, 1951. It was 1951. Europe was still rebuilding from the ashes of war. Factories churned, roads buzzed, goods needed to move, fast, far, and heavy. Volvo saw a need not for a truck, but a colossus. Enter the Volvo Titan L395, the company's first true heavyweight. Massive, muscular, monumental, with a straight-six diesel engine, reinforced axles, and a payload capacity that dwarfed anything before it, the Titan was no ordinary hauler. It was a beast, and drivers knew it. Its large rounded grille, bold Volvo lettering, and sheer road presence gave it a nickname whispered across truck stops and gas stations. The Iron Ox, muscle on the move. The early Titans weren't built for comfort. They were built to endure. No power steering, no AC, just raw torque, thick metal panels, and a steering wheel the size of a dinner table. Yet, truckers swore by them. Why? Because the Titan could climb icy mountain roads, haul logs, steel, coal, and hope across borders, and still roar to life the next morning without a whisper of protest. These trucks weren't machines. They were companions, trusted by those who braved lonely highways and unforgiving terrain. Evolution begins, 1956 Titan L495. 5 years later, Volvo turned the page. In 1956, the Titan L495 rolled out, an improved beast, built for longer hauls and heavier loads. It introduced upgraded engines with more torque, new suspension for better stability, longer chassis variants for specialized tasks, and most importantly, a sign that Volvo wasn't standing still. They were building for the future. Truckers called the L495 the Titan II. Not official, but it stuck. Because every time Volvo pushed forward, the industry took notice. The rise of Titan Diesel, 1959 L4951. By 1959, diesel tech was surging. Efficiency met brute strength. That year, Volvo unleashed the L4951, with the D96 diesel engine, capable of longer range, better fuel economy, and improved uphill performance. It also marked the rise of a more refined Titan. Drivers now had access to a more insulated cab, improved visibility with wider windscreens, and a smoother ride, thanks to advanced leaf spring systems. The Titan wasn't just surviving anymore. It was thriving. The 1960s, Titans take over. Through the 1960s, Titans were everywhere. Construction sites, shipping ports, lumberyards. They became the backbone of Scandinavian industry, hauling everything from gravel to groceries across the continent. Volvo didn't flood the market, they refined it. Each new iteration brought stronger frames, bigger brakes, and more durable gearboxes. And while the outside still roared like a lion, the inside began to whisper with comfort. For the first time, Titans had ventilation, seat cushions, and ergonomic controls. The Iron Ox was learning to breathe. From workhorse to warhorse, global reach. It wasn't long before other nations noticed. In the early 60s, Titans were exported to Africa, South America, and the Middle East. Why? Because no matter the climate, desert, jungle, mountain, the Titan did one thing better than any other truck. It didn't stop. Volvo Titans hauled aid supplies through the Sahel. They moved construction gear in the Andes. They became lifelines in places where roads were suggestions, and fuel was gold. One Titan in Ethiopia was said to run 20 hours a day, for 18 years straight. The Titan Tiptop, T4951. Volvo knew the market was changing. Haulers wanted more flexibility, so they created the Titan Tiptop, a cab-over version of the Titan L4951. This radical redesign introduced a tilting cab for easier engine access, better maneuverability in urban zones, and a more forward driving position. It was bold, it was futuristic, it was Volvo saying, "We're not just building trucks. We're building tomorrow." The end of the Titan name, but not the spirit. By the late 1960s, the world was changing again. Emission regulations, driver safety standards, and new technologies were reshaping the trucking landscape. In 1973, Volvo introduced the F-Series, and with it, the Titan name faded into history. But make no mistake, the Titan never truly disappeared. Its DNA lived on in every F88, F12, and FH model that followed. Every bolt, every engine, every design philosophy, carried a whisper from 1951. Build it strong, build it to last, build it like a Titan. Legends never die. Today, Volvo Titans are rare, but not forgotten. Collectors scour scrapyards for parts. Restorers rebuild them with reverence. And museums across Europe proudly display them, engines polished, paint gleaming, cabs restored to their original majesty. Because these weren't just trucks. They were monuments on wheels. Symbols of a time when machines didn't talk back. They just moved forward. The Titan legacy in modern Volvo trucks. Look at a modern Volvo FH16 today. Its advanced tech, its ergonomic cab, its safety systems and powertrains. And at its heart, you'll find the Titan, in the thick frame, in the driver-first design, in the promise of reliability through wind, rain, mud, and miles. Volvo's trucks may have changed their names, but the soul remains. The Titan lives in every load delivered, every climb conquered, every journey begun at dawn and ended beneath the stars. Why the Titan still matters. In a world rushing toward electric fleets, autonomous systems, and AI-controlled logistics. Why should we remember a truck from 1951? Because the Titan reminds us of what built the world we live in. Steel, sweat, simplicity, strength. It wasn't the fastest, it wasn't the flashiest, but it showed up, every day, through snowstorms, blackouts, and broken roads. And it carried more than cargo. It carried civilization. That's why we tell its story. Because behind every great city, highway, and home, somewhere in the shadows, a Titan passed by. Would you like a cinematic voiceover intro or visuals list to accompany this script?